Alrighty. Wanted to do a recording to give it a little bit of an overview of a table that I've been working on for the past couple of years with Apophis. Was very excited when he reached out. Obviously, all the guys associated with VPW are badass and make the best virtual pinball tables on the planet. So jumped at the opportunity to kind of help out. Initially, was going to work with him and I dig stuff on helping with some of the music. I dig stuff was a little bit busy, so I jumped in and helped with the music, the artwork, as well as the sound effects. And this thing turned out way better than I had anticipated. Once it clicked with me, I understood Apophis's vision for it, just the gameplay and the rules, and this thing is pretty addictive. I have a lot of fun with it. Some of the initial ideas that he was talking about centered around things like the game Missile Command from Atari in the 80s, and kind of that onslaught, that just nonstop anxiety-ridden gameplay that was very video game-esque. So I took cues from that for the artwork, and I wanted to make it kind of feel a little bit inspired by the box art from Atari, as well as some of the sound and sound effects harken back to some of the 80s video games and stuff. So the premise is that you have 9 waves of asteroids that are trying to destroy the Earth that you have to get through to the final wave. Each subsequent wave has more and more asteroids that you have to hit. You can see that these 4 targets that pop up, similar to kind of a Cactus Canyon feel, you have to hit each of them. They're going to count down, so you have 45 seconds in between each of the waves, and you have to as they're up, you're going to see the inserts in front of them. The color of those will change, and as they get from white to yellow to red, that means they're going to hit the Earth. If they hit the Earth, you will lose your health. Your health is right down here at the bottom, and if you lose all of your health, the game's over. Your flippers go limp and you can't play anymore, and then the ball's over. But you have a number of things throughout the table that will help you along the way. Cluster bombs, one of my favorite. So these that you get by hitting this left orbit here 3 times will give you a cluster bomb that will blow up all 4 of those asteroids. You deploy that with your left Magnum flipper button. You also have this in between waves, this time warp left ramp, which will actually stop that 45-second countdown timer and give you a little breather. It's actually really nice if you're trying to get to training, or if you're trying to hit some of the other shots and you're 1 shot away, but the countdown timer is about to start the next wave. You can hit that for a little bit of a reprieve. It's a great mechanic in the game. You can only get 4 per wave. But it's also, in my opinion, the easiest shot to hit in the game. You can backhand it here with the left flipper. We also have protons, which if you hit not the middle lane around the asteroid, but the other loop here, if you hit that 3 times, you will get a proton. So you can get up to 6 protons that fill up. If you hit in the middle of a wave, if you hit the center red target here, that'll fire one of the protons that will destroy one. I think it's random, destroys one of the asteroids. We also have moon missiles here. So if you get the one of the lanes here, the yellow inserts for moon missile, if you spell moon, which you can move which one's lit with your flipper button, that will activate the ability to hit this right ramp and go through the moon, and then you will get a moon missile, which is basically an extra ball. So if you're about to drain, if you're in the middle of a wave, or if you're in between waves and your ball's about to drain, you hit the right magna save, and then you can get that extra ball, which is super critical if you want to keep the game going. And then you have shields here to the right, as well as this ship save that's in the right lane. If you hit that 3 times, you're going to be able to save your ship in between a wave. So if you drain a ball, you'll get that ball back. And like I said, shields, you hit these 4 times. You're also going to get the opportunity for training. So that will be a randomized insert, one of these triangle inserts. It'll be lit yellow. If you hit both of those, so first training is 2 of those, second training is 3, I believe the third, and I usually don't get beyond the second, so the third training I think is 4, but you hit those yellow inserts to open or unlock training. You hit the scoop here, and then that will allow you to choose with your flippers which training mode you want to do. Each training, it feels very different from the rest of the game. It's got a different mood, a different vibe, but it's really, really critical for you to go far in the game. So most of the training, so if you do the health training, you have to hit the pop bumpers a certain number of times. I believe it's 9 or 10 times, up to 3 times going through that repetition to get through the health training, which will unlock the ability to get to the pop bumpers easier. The proton training, instead of hitting 3 protons, you only have to hit 1 proton loop, which is, again, super critical. Same with the training for the cluster bomb. So if you go through that successfully and hit the 3, then every time you go through a subsequent outer loop, and you'll get a cluster bomb with a single shot. So it makes accessing those kind of kits or those power-ups that help you get through those waves in a much easier way. So those are the basics. Gonna go ahead and just jump into a game, but let's see if I can maybe get a little bit further than. So if you get past the 5th wave, you see that EB there, so that's extra ball. So let's see if we can get one. That's kind of my litmus test, or my where the bar is set where I feel like it's a good game. If I get past the 5th wave, it's typically a good game for me. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Now for the first couple waves, I try to not focus too much on. Well, that sucked a lot. But for the first couple waves, I really don't try to focus too much on hitting the targets, because you only have a small handful. I usually focus on just keeping the balls. So after the wave, if you have those extra balls, because 3 balls pop out during a wave, so you basically get a multi-ball, it's really helpful to unlock a lot of the different power-ups. There's also 2 wizard modes, and you'll hear those little blinks, or those little sounds every time I get a combo. And this combo meter that's down here. Here's a wave coming. Let me just pause it real quick. So this combo meter that you see right here above your health, if you fill that all the way up by hitting all the different combos, so basically your left orbit, those 2 inner loops, either of the ramps, those count as combos, as well as hitting it up around this pop bumper here. So if you do that, that's considered a combo. And if you fill all of those combos up, you get a really fun wizard mode. So let me go ahead and unpause it, and let's try to get past this wave without losing any balls. And I already lost 1. All right, so I tend to try to cradle afterwards to make it easier on myself to keep playing. And I'm almost about to light the moon lock. See if I can get past that. All right, moon lock is available. So what I'm gonna do is try to post pass. Is hard when you're cradling a bunch of balls. Let's see if I can hit it up that right ramp. Oh, shit. Playing around too much, and the next wave started. Now, a asteroid hit me, so you can see I lost one of my health, but I did get to save a moon missile. Ah, shoot. So I'm going to, I already have the shields. There's a alien ship, so we'll see if I can try and hit that. I was able to hit the time warp, which is going to pause the alien ship. So if I can cradle that in the left flipper. Nope. Oh, there we go, got the alien ship. Hitting that far left lane with the backhand is super hard. I rarely do that. Alright, here comes another wave. Three left. Alright, got past it. So now... Oh, training. So I prefer the proton training. So I'm gonna go for that one. The way I get the protons is I post pass, kind of hold it here, quick hit, and then let go. And there's a magnet here in this area. If I can get it up there. Ah, shoot. So I'm trying to hit that outer loop. So I've gotten pretty good at hitting this, if I can cradle it. And never mind. But I've gotten pretty good at cradling it with this right flipper and then hitting it hard after a couple, like a millisecond, and then it'll stick here on this magnet after it hits that target. But my my moon missile's right again, so I can hit that right ramp. Which, okay, back in training again. Let's try proton again, see if I can do better this time. There's one. Now, in training, if I were to hold both flippers up, you can see it start flashing. If I hold them both up, it can actually cancel out of training. So if you accidentally go into it or don't want to be in training, because it is definitely difficult at times. Ooh, and I don't want to trust that post, but I tried. Alright, I'm on my last ball. We only got through 3 waves. So I did have a moon missile, and oh, that was my last ball. So I did have a moon missile. Apophis is going to be changing the code soon, so you can actually use those moon missiles during training, because the version that I have, actually you can't use those moon missiles. All right, so again, I'm gonna try for hitting the moon missile rollovers here in the in lanes. I'm also going to try for that inner loop because I could see that's got a yellow target on it, and that will help me open up training. Oh, and the other thing that I haven't mentioned at all is all of the red. Okay, I'm going to just wait here until the wave starts. But all of the red drop targets, or not drop targets, all the red targets, if you hit them, that will unlock mystery. And with that, you can get a number of other power-ups that'll help you. Alright, that was a pretty easy one. As I drain both balls. You know what? You say it's easy and then it screws you over. So let's try and hit that, if I can get it to... There we go. Do a post pass on this side, and let's try that left ramp. So I was able to slow down time as well, or excuse me, stop time, and I got to open up the moon missiles being ready. So this is the one that's hardest, I think, to backhand, this right shot, this right ramp shot. It just never seems like there's enough oomph to get up there. Hit a proton. Oh, come on. Only got 2 left. Now, to get some of my health back, I'm going to want to hit the... hit those pop bumpers that are in the top right, or the solar one that I just hit. Oh, we got an alien ship again on that inner circle. Alright, so that blew up the alien ship. That hit the one with the training target. So training's open, mystery's open, so I kind of want to go for the scoop. Running out of time. Let me try for the moon missile. Ah, almost. So now you see I hit those pop bumpers enough times that I was able to get some of my health back. And when I have a lot of health, I'm not so worried about hitting the targets as I am as just not losing any of the balls. Alright. Oh, come on. Dang it. Alright, let's either shoot for the scoop or shoot that right ramp. There we go. Now I have a moon missile. Now let's try for the scoop. And if I want to slow things down, I can do that with the left ramp. I still want more moon missiles too, so you gotta remember to try and hit those in the in lane. Ah! 3 left. Remember, I do have the moon missile, so if I'm about to drain, I can always hit that. Alright, made it to the 4th round. Another. Alright, now I have a cluster bomb, which is good. Still have my shield, so I didn't lose the ball there. Alright, gotta hit the moon missile so I don't lose my ball. That's a shame. Sorry for the squeaky table legs when I'm nudging. Luckily, I still had a save ship timer that starts when the wave starts, so I didn't lose that ball. probably saying to yourself, why aren't you using your cluster bomb to get past that? Oh. Shoot. See, that's what's frustrating. You get all the way through the wave, and then you lose your balls right after that. Alright, hit the scoop. Great. So I got an extra ball because I made it to wave 5. I got a mystery. And now I can do a training. Again, Proton is, I think, the most beneficial training that you can go through. So I'm going to try that again. And I totally choked. Holy shit. That was not good. One of the good things about training, if I did actually advance at all, is that if you either quit out of training... There we go, open up the moon missile again. If you quit out of training or you fail because you lost a ball or because you ran out of time, training is still lit. So you look up there at the scoop, you see the training still lit. I can go back into training and I don't lose progress. So one of the nice rules from Mr. Apophis. Now here are some of the rounds where I might want to start considering, especially if I am low on energy, low on health, I might want to consider using my cluster bombs. But right now I have 5, 6 left to hit. I still have a pretty good amount of health. I still have all 3 balls. So I'm going to hold on to it for later rounds. And there's also another really, really awesome wizard called Fully Loaded that if you hold on to, oh you whore, if you hold on to all of your moon missiles and your cluster bombs and you get full protons, you get a wizard mode called Fully Loaded, which is another super, super fun one. Almost got it up that ramp. I don't know what it is about that ramp that it's just killer. Oh, and I lost 2 balls already. Hopefully I had a ship saver. Oh, I lost another one. And this is where, like, it can get super crazy where all of a sudden you're just losing balls left and right. The earth is getting pummeled. So, see right there I had to use both a moon missile and a cluster bomb because I was afraid. Screw it, I'll just use the other one to get past the round so you guys can see it being used. But if I would have kept them and gotten all protons, which can be pretty easy to do if you get through training, then you get that that super fun wizard mode. And I do have to say, if I can get to it, I am very proud of the fun 80s metal music that goes along with it. From a music perspective, Apophis basically came to me and said, you know, I want it to be intense, I want you to have anxiety, but I also want it to build. So if you notice, each round I kind of have a baseline track that I use for the first round, and then every subsequent round I add a layer. It's usually either some synth or some guitar, just to kind of build up the layers and the intensity for it. Oh, come on. I do have a moon missile if I need it. And if you hit the back of the drop targets hard enough to, I'm pretty sure it will blow them up. It doesn't have to be just hit in the front. I don't know how true to life that is, but I enjoy it. Come on. Nine more. Come on. Oh, man. I do not want to use my moon missile. Oh, here it goes. See, shouldn't have said anything. And I only have one left with 2 pieces of health. Come on. Alright, well at least I got past the wave. Holy shit. You can see how it can get pretty intense. I'd really love to hit that scoop. I hate that scoop, and I hate that the outer lanes. I don't know what it is, and when I say hate it, I don't mean it. Oh, I don't actually hate them. I love every aspect of this game, but holy shit, I sometimes want to scream Apophis' name for, I don't know, the geometry of those outer lanes and that scoop just make it really difficult to hit. Alright, so this is ball 3. I'm at wave 8. I'd really like to get a training in so I can get those proton cannons, because I don't think I can get past 9 without it, but let's see what happens. Oh, that scoop just does not want to go. See? It hates me. One more time before training starts. I mean, before the wave starts. Oh, one ball left with 14 targets. Come on. Six. No! Come on. Oh, man. That would have been the final wave. Alright. Let's take a breath.